If you've ever gone across town in a taxi cab in Portland, you may have been taken for a ride. Consumer reporter Randy Rebliger has just completed a check ride of Portland's taxis, and he says 3 of the drivers surveyed provided some questionable service. Randy?
These regulators in Portland City that regulate the taxi industry here are concerned about this too. When we told them about the problems we encountered, they said that they categorized some of the drivers' methods as incompetent and not acceptable. So hang on to your wallet. We're going to take you for a ride on our taxi cabs.
King Road, Pier 11, Glenwood.
In our experience, your best chance at good cab service in Portland is with Radio Cab Company. While we watched from a distance, a Channel 2 employee called Radio Cab last week for a ride from Northeast Portland to a shopping center in Milwaukee. Radio Cab number 62 responded in 12 minutes. The trip took 19 minutes, and the fare was $15.70. Next up, Broadway Cab number 28. Like Radio's driver, this cabbie took a route on city streets. From the time of our call, Broadway responded in 9 minutes. The journey lasted 21 minutes, and the meter said $14.10. But that isn't what the driver charged. He said the city had recently approved an increase of taxi rates, and his meter had not yet been adjusted. So he pulled out this conversion chart, then changed the fare to $15.20. Last month, the City Council had approved a 10-cent a mile increase for taxi fares, but Broadway Cab Company wrote the city its new rates would not become effective until February 1st, 3 days after our ride. Broadway officials say the driver must have misunderstood the conversion chart. Next, the Portland Cab Company. This time, the driver took a through fare to reach Milwaukee. Portland Cab number 16 had responded to the call in 15 minutes, took 25 minutes for the drive, and charged $17. But the driver said she had no change for a $20 bill. The passenger ended up paying $19. City cab regulators say the driver should have arranged a refund.
Or make some arrangements other than saying, sorry, I don't have any change, it's your tough luck. I don't think that's acceptable practice.
But if you want a real ride, call the New Rose City Cab Company. We tried for 2 days. As it turns out, the company was off the air until it acquired a new insurance policy.
New Rose City Cab time is 10:52.
It took 41 minutes for the cab to arrive. The driver got lost in downtown Milwaukee, looked at a map, and called his dispatcher. The meter continued to run.
The customer's getting nothing for that. He's paying for the driver's incompetence.
The cabbie waits for 10 minutes, drives further off course, and asks for directions at a gas station. The meter is still running. After a 37-minute tour, the meter read $25.10. When questioned, the driver reduced the cost to $19. New Rose City Cab Company officials say they are correcting the problem.
I talked with the guy this morning already and explain these same to him that when he get lost like that, if he can't get no response from the dispatcher, it's to cut the meter off at the time being.
But cab regulator John Hamilton says getting lost is no excuse. The city cab code, he says, requires taxi companies to know the city well enough to serve any area within 3 miles of Portland. While none of the problems that we pointed out will garner fines for the cab owners, Hamilton says he will keep in mind such violations because those might hurt the cab companies next time they want to apply for more permits to get more cabs on the road.
Now, Randy, you did one of these taxi tests about a year ago. Have you seen much improvement since that time?
As a matter of fact, it was a year and a half ago, Paul. The accuracy of the meters does seem to be better, probably because the city is now requiring those meters to be certified and registered. But we did encounter more overcharges.